we've got some more space here, so maybe we can, let's see here, we can fill this up maybe with some smaller chairs. So let's try this. We've got, let's see here, our center is there, so let's try maybe like this. Oh, I put it in the wrong orientation, of course, as always. That's typical. So let's try that. There's one. Maybe we can, let's see how that works. No, I don't think that's gonna work actually. Let's turn on lighten again. Okay, that doesn't work too bad. I don't think that the Daves can actually sit down on the wedges like this, because this block would basically block his feet. So, but it works aesthetically. So let's try this. Let's make another one there. Actually, let's just copy and paste it real quick. So 1, 2, 3, copy and paste. There we go, and then we can just put something in the middle there to wall off our separate chairs. Let's see here, what could we put there? I'm thinking maybe something like a trash bin, maybe? Let's see here, let's try, where are my meshes? Meshes. The problem with organizing this freaking, like, this thing is cool and all, oh, what happened now? Like, for example, the cargo space inventory here thing is cool. It's cool, but the problem is whenever I swap stuff out, it changes with whatever's in my hotbar. So for example, if I want to put these yellow holes here into here, slot 6, it swaps it out. See that? So whatever was here goes into where the yellow stuff was, and it just, like, as you go using the various blocks and stuff like that, it ruins your organization. Because previously, when I first started, I had all this organized. Like, you'll see all my capsules here are nice and organized and stuff like that. And there's small little groupings. Like here, I had all my terrain blocks and stuff like that. But the more you start building and swapping out different blocks and stuff like that, it starts getting all super unorganized, and that's when you end up with the mess that I have now. So I really wish that there was kind of, I hope that they kind of come back to this and give it another touch up of polish or something like that. Or maybe it's me, maybe I'm doing it wrong and don't really understand how it's supposed to work. But yeah, this is kind of, I feel like this could probably be a bit more intuitive. I don't really like the fact that whenever I swap something out, it just changes where it was. Like, again, if I wanted to put this here, it swaps it out. That's really, really annoying. And it basically makes it impossible to keep your cargo space organized. So anyway, it's just a little tangent there. We'll get back to our construction. So let's see here. Let's try maybe some motherboards. Let's try well, we're going white black, so let's try some white motherboards. What we can do is, what am I doing here? Oh, I'm rotating the paste thing. All right, so let's get our, why am I going up like that? There we go. Gotta say, my little mouse wheel is kind of annoying sometimes, so maybe like this. And well, no, because the chairs are right there and you don't want to be right next to a trash can, so I guess we won't do a trash can. What could we put here? Maybe like a little statuette type thing. So let's try and put some motherboards here. And let's see here, maybe a wedge. I think I know what we can do. Let's put a wedge here and then a charge circuit to give some more lighting. So let's see here, what do we got? The Parsine, that's white, and Nox, or Nos, or whatever that one is. I can never pronounce that, or never know how to pronounce that. So let's try this guy here. There we go, gives it a nice little glow. Let's see how that looks. Okay, that's pretty good. That's not bad. See, there we go. So we got the two tables separated there. We got a nice little barrier and the charge circuit, which gives it just a nice little lighting effect there. So yeah, that looks pretty nice. I like that. Maybe let's see if we can Maybe if we make this guy also a charge circuit, let's see how that works. Let's rotate here. So let's get rid of this wedge, put a charge circuit there. How does that look? So that looks all right, I suppose. They made it a little bit brighter. Decisions. These things are always so difficult to decide. Well, I suppose that looks okay for now. I guess we can leave it like that. All right, so that's not bad. I guess we can now put more soil for the pathing. Oh, I always do that. Type something in and press enter, but it seems to delete it. So let's try this now. Some simple pathing. There we go. Not looking too shabby at all. And then we can add maybe some more flowers here. See, so this is what I'm saying. Like, I keep switching all this crap out, and it ruins your freaking organizational skills, and it's just really annoying. Anyways, so I always just got to keep finding stuff. So blue, yellow. There we go. That works. And yellow and blue, and we'll exclude the shrubbery for now. So let's add some more flowers. Do we have? No, we don't have the flower selected again. So for copy and paste. Add some flowers there. There we go. So little by little, this guy is starting to take shape. We can add some more flowers here. Let's see here. Are they lining up with these guys? Yeah, they are. Okay, so that's good. Flowers. We got shrubbery, blue shrubbery. So let's get rid of the paste. And we'll just fill that one in manually real quick. There we go. So that's starting to take shape. I'm wondering if... Yeah, we'll leave it like that. That's perfect. All right, so now let's just continue filling it in. Boom, boom. Are they lining up? They are not. Look at that. So undo. So what is this? This is shrubbery, blue, yellow. So we'll just flip this guy out. There we go. Fill them all up. That way they line up. And let's see if that's... It's not lining up. Why not? What did I do wrong? I messed something up here. It's shrubbery, blue, yellow. Shrubbery, blue, yellow. Oh, it's because it's not on the proper, and they're not lined up. All right, so undo. There we go. There, now it's lining up. That's good. And then we just manually place our one guy here. It'll be blue. It'll kind of mess up the continuation from here. Blue, yellow. Oh, no, yeah, it goes fine. Blue, shrub. Yeah, whatever. I mean, it's so every now and then you're gonna get discontinuity, right? But I mean, I can't. I gotta try and not be such an OCD freak with those things. So I've been trying to let those little things slide lately. Otherwise, I'll just go freaking nuts. So let's just finish filling this guy in, and of course, it's not lining up. God damn it! Oh, the downsides of being an OCD freak. So there we go. And naturally, what is it? We got blue, yellow, blue, shrubbery. Oh, god damn it. So you see, that's can't really make that thing. So let's try and let's just make yellow, whatever. Screw it. Nobody will know the difference unless they're really, really like obsessively observant. There we go. So let's fill in this last little guys here and make sure they line up. Boom and boom. Make sure the flower didn't get set off into space there. Alrighty. So now over here, let's see here is what is that? You know, I gotta turn on lighten mode. So it's yellow, blue, shrubbery, and we'll go with blue. Boom. There we go. And I guess we can just use a couple of what can we stick in there? Just foliage, I guess, whatever. Does that work? No, it looks kind of weird, actually. It's just because it's like this foliage flowers, and I gotta fill in that little space with something. I don't know. I guess we'll leave it like that for now. I know, a trash can. Those are always good. That's where we can have our trash cans. Okay, so let's see here. Mesh. We gotta have our mesh. We got our upside down mesh. That is our trash can, and let's give it a block, some blocks and stuff. So let's see here. We can give it some more motherboards. I guess, what do I want, black or white? I guess let's go with black for now. So black motherboard, and we'll give it a wedge. There we go. So yeah, that's not bad. I guess I can act as a trash can. There we go. So you see, you just always just gotta find like little things to fill on all the different areas. So we'll fill that in with more flowers. Oh, I did it again. Let's see, where's my yellow flowers? Oh my god. There we go, boom. All the little spaces are filled, and nobody notices the slight inconsistencies. So let's see here, we can stick some more flowers here. More flowers here, and I'd say maybe up to about here maybe. I guess we can fill this in with... The flowers are not getting affected by the lighten effect now that I notice it. That's why they look kind of dark, but oh well. So now let's make another little area here. So we get our grass. Get our grass, and we're gonna fill all this in with grass. And yeah, there we go. So there's our grass, and then, okay, so we grab our foliage, make our little outline. And that works. So then, okay, right, so we have more space here. I'm sure this one probably placed a block somewhere, because like sometimes when I'm looking at something, it's like the cursor will like go through a block and I'll click and it seems like nothing happened, but it placed a block like behind somewhere. That's led to a lot of stray blocks around the city. Like in my previous video, I found one just randomly inside a building and stuff. So I'm sure there's tons of those everywhere. So those are always fun to find, and that's how they happen. So anyways, let's continue here. And hold on a second, you know what? No, we're gonna make our things like this. Let's try this here. There we go. So just filling in all the areas. There we go, so that doesn't look too bad. And then naturally we fill it in with our flowers. So we'll just do this one manually, because if we try and copy and paste, it won't keep the pattern since they're spaced out. Let's see here, shrubbery and blue. There we go. So let's go blue, yellow, blue, shrubbery, blue, yellow, blue, shrubbery, blue, yellow, blue, shrubbery, blue. There we go, blue, yellow, blue, shrubbery, blue, yellow, blue, shrubbery, blue, yellow, blue, shrubbery. So now all the shrubberies are missing, so we'll just fill them in. And there we go. And finally, last but not least, let's see here, we find our little, always want to go for symmetries when you can. You can't really do it symmetrical here. Just like the the reason we have more blue in the projection room of the movie theater, so we'll just pick a side and screw it. We'll just go here. So we're gonna make another little tree. Gonna go up, and should we make them the same height as this guy? I guess so. If not, we'll see what happens. So wood, foliage. Scroll up. There we go. Foliage. Make our little tree. And yeah, it doesn't crash into the dome. That's good. That's good. You don't want to have stuff clipping into the dome. That's going to be protecting your citizens. So let's see here. Are they aligned up? I think so, yeah. If not, it's all right. Because trees normally don't grow at the same heights anyways. No, they're not. They're off by 1 block. So it's fine. It adds a little bit of symmetry. So let's see here, and that's mostly finished. All we got now is a little bit of space here that we could fill in with. Let's see here, what can we fill this guy in with? I guess maybe a little patio. So let's get our carved, or no, you know what? Let's go with black hole. Black hole here. So let's do this. Let's fill this guy in with black hole. Make like a little patio. Nope. There we go. So there, and then we put like some barriers. I guess we could use carved stones for that. So let's see here, make it white. I guess we'll go with black. We'll get both. We'll get black and white and see what happens. So let's try with, let's try white first. If we make white, do that there. And then, let's see here, let's get some motherboards. Let's get the white motherboards. Just put a couple here in the center just for added decoration. And then we'll make, we'll give it, let's see here, what other color? Because I don't want to add a little bit more spice here, so not black or white. Let's try gray's too sterile. Maybe brown. Let's see how this looks here. Let's make some, just like some little couches here along the edges. Or no, we'll break it up. So let's see here. Get rid of our dimensions. Let's try there. Okay, so that doesn't look too bad, and then we'll cap it off with one of these, I don't remember what they're called, pentas, tetras, whatever, the name's changed a couple of times, so let's try that. There we go, that doesn't look too bad. And let's see here, maybe we can even add one there. Yeah, that didn't look too bad. And then maybe gonna have a little bit more. Let's try and make something like this guy over here. This little, what could we put there? Let's try another motherboard. The motherboard is always fun to use. So let's try masthead now. Let's try black motherboard. So masthead. And what could we do with this guy? Maybe some more charged circuits. Let's try that. Parsing charge circuit. So we got black or white. Let's try black. So let's do it like that. And it's probably gonna have to be one more higher, or else it's gonna clip into Dave's head when he sits down there. Let's try that. Let's see how that looks without lighting. Okay, that doesn't look too bad, I suppose. It's, there's something about this that I don't like, though. Not really sure what it is, but something's not convincing me. Let's try and cap it off with a black motherboard. See what happens there. But yeah, I mean, this is the process of the entire city. The entire city has been built like this, just kind of trial and error. I just did the same block, didn't I? What is this? Masset. So I placed. Yeah, I did do masset. So let's try Sapsun. There we go. That still looks weird. God damn it. But anyways, that's the this is how the entire freaking city was built. Just doing these little kind of obsessive OCD things, trying various stuff, seeing what works, seeing what doesn't. So I figured some of you guys wanted to see, you know, how I go about doing various things and stuff. Other guys I know probably don't care, be like, hey, build a ship, and but I haven't really done too much ships yet. I'm not that good at ships, unfortunately, so that's something I'm going to be trying to take care of later. And this looks like crap, actually. I don't like this at all. So I guess we'll just kind of say screw it, maybe. It's tough to come up with stuff sometimes, like, because another thing I want to do is try and keep things different. I don't like to keep building the same thing over and over and over again. That's why, you know, all the buildings are different. They all have different colors. They all have different shapes. You won't find any two buildings that are alike, because I don't do that. It's a lot more of a pain in the ass to build something this big when you do it like that. But at the end of the day, it gives it more. It just gives it more uniqueness and stuff like that. It's fun for players to come in and check out your builds and stuff like that, for them to walk around and see all the different things that you've done. So, I'm not really sure what to do with this guy here, because I kind of like the way the lighting, I like the little lighting effect it gives. However, there's something that is not convincing me. So let's try that there. Gives it a little bit more. But there's... gotta figure out what to do with this guy. Let's try maybe doing... hold on, let's see here. Let's try, what is this? This is Masset, right? So let's see if maybe we can get away with this. Let's try this. So boom. I'm gonna try and make kind of a squiggly line up. Boom. And it looks kind of weird still. That's what you get for experimentation. Let's try that. Maybe? No, that just looks freaking weird. Alright, well, I guess I'll figure out something to do with this part later. I guess for now, screw it. We'll just leave it empty. And oh, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm a freaking fool. Ice crystals to the rescue, of course. There we go, now we're cooking. Alrighty, so ice crystals to the rescue, and then we'll just finish it up with brown hole. See, there, everything worked out. But it's always fun to experiment, right? That way, every now and then, sometimes you'll fail, other times you'll end up with really awesome, cool looking stuff. There we go. Look at that. Problem fixed itself. So now, let's see here. Maybe now I'm starting to doubt this glass wedge here on the table again. See, this is OCD. This is why I take forever to do things, because I can never make up my freaking mind. So let's try one last thing, and I think I'll end the video, because I don't want it to get too long, and I'm sure I'm probably boring some of you guys by now. Other guys are probably having fun, but yeah. Let's see here. Let's try this. Let's see how that works. Too bright. It really clashes with the white light. Let's try ice. We got some ice wedges now. Oh, I keep doing that, damn it. Ice wedges. So those are cool. This is actually something people have been wanting for a while. Ice wedges, yay! So how does that look? That looks still kind of weird. Doesn't really convince me. I guess we'll just go with black, damn it. Screw it. There we go. All done. Alrighty, so how does this look now? Let's get ourselves, let's zoom out a little bit. It's alright, not bad, right? There we go, let's turn off lighting. Yeah, looking pretty spiffy. So now we've ended up with another little park. Got trees, got foliage, got chairs, got lobby, or not a lobby, but like a little patio. Got a little bit of everything. Looking pretty good. Well, alright guys, so this has been, you know, gardening basics 101 here. Messing around with gardens and stuff like that. And, you know, to give you guys, I'll try and do more of these kinds of videos. Because I want to have a variety, you know, I don't want to keep just doing tours of various buildings and stuff like that. People are going to get bored and stuff. I know people sometimes like to watch speed builds, you know, people will do like speed builds of people constructing ships. So they'll film themselves constructing a ship and then fast forward it. All those things. So I'm going to try and do a little bit of both things. I'll continue touring the various buildings in the city, but also as I start constructing various things, I'll make episodes out of them so you guys can see kind of my thought process behind stuff, see all the different things that I try and how I end up with what I end up with. So guys, I hope you guys had fun. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. OdraNoel out.